Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger with SacredSoulEmpowerment.com, here to do your weekly angel card reading for Monday, September 21st through Sunday, September 27th, 2015. Before we start, I want to just take a moment and say thank you to all of you who watch my Facebook posts on a daily basis. For those of you that are new, you can see both of my Facebook pages. One is at Colleen Lemma. The other one is at Sacred Soul Empowerment, the same name as my website. And there you'll have daily astrological and spiritual as well as empowering posts that you can see and read to help you with your daily journey through life. So with this weekly reading, as normally, we are going to start by looking at the astrological energies for the week. And for the card part of it, we're going to be using Doreen Virtue's Angel Tarot deck. And I'm really excited to say that for the special message card, depending on your stone of choice, I'm going to be using a brand new deck called the Syrian Starseed Tarot by Patricia Corey and Alyssa Bartha. And the back of the cards look like this. It's actually a very huge deck. I thought the Angel Tarot deck was large, but this one is much larger. And you can see back here that as I was shuffling and meditating with the cards earlier, that this one fell out on the floor, and my guides and angels said that this was an extra special message card for everyone for the week. So I do have it sitting back here. Let's go ahead also and take a look at our stones of choice before we get into the astrology for the week. So your first stone of choice is a beautiful amethyst quartz point. This is a very nice size amethyst quartz point, and the amethyst vibrates to the color of the crown chakra, so it's going to help to open you up to divine wisdom and guidance and open up that crown chakra to messages from your angels and guides and even those otherworldly beings of the highest vibration of light and the ascended masters. Your second stone of choice is a selenite heart. And selenite, as a lot of you know, is one of my favorite stones. This is a milky white stone. It's opalescent so that it reflects the light when you kind of turn it in the light. This is in a heart shape. The selenite, to me, also vibrates to the crown chakra. It helps to get in touch with angelic guides and energies. It helps to connect you with past lives and future lives. This is in the shape of a heart, so I want to say that there's a higher vibration of unconditional love here that you can utilize at the crown chakra, or excuse me, the heart chakra, to help with unconditional love of self and to emanate that sense of unconditional love and light and peace out to all others that may be in your life. The third stone of choice, this one, and I don't think I've ever used this because this is a pretty heavy and large piece, but this is celestite. And celestite, this is a very light blue color, so in some ways it's going to vibrate to the throat chakra for divine communication, clear and open, honest communication. But also celestite is a stone that helps you to get in touch with angelic energies of guidance as well. So even the higher chakras of the crown chakra and the third eye chakra can be utilized with the celestite. So all of these stones are really getting in touch with higher vibrational energies and messages. Again, we have the amethyst point, the selenite heart, and the celestite cluster. This is a celestite cluster. So let's start by looking at the astrological energies. And as I said, this second half of September is really chock full of a lot of intense energies. If we kind of go back in time just for a moment, we started off at September 12th and 13th with that new moon solar eclipse. Last week we had Mercury go in retrograde in the sign of Libra at the midpoint of Libra. And also Saturn finally moved out of Scorpio and into the sign of Sagittarius. So hopefully we feel a lighter energy vibration since that has moved now into that fiery, optimistic sign of blessings. Now this week there's some powerful energies going on too, and it's leading up towards the end of the month with a full moon lunar eclipse. just to make mention, with a soul reflection video that I did not too long ago. Some of you know about my soul reflection videos. Others of you that might be new to this channel, you might want to go back and try to find that Soul Reflections September Energies video, where I talk more in depth about all of the universal and astrological energies and happenings for the month. But for this week, the first day I'm going to look at is Tuesday the 22nd, with the moon in Capricorn coming up to meet Pluto, planet of power and transformation and change, and also making a challenging aspect to Uranus, which is a higher vibrational energy planet of consciousness, and also a planet of redirections and surprises. Now, Capricorn, with the moon being in Capricorn, this can be about our career path, our life path, our goals, our ambitions, recognition for who we are and what we do. It's about work and being grounded and practical and taking those steps. And with it connecting with both Pluto and Uranus on Tuesday, there might be some big transformation and changes happening, even more so than usual because of all of the other intense energies this week and the week previous. Now, also on Tuesday, we have the planet Venus, which rules love and relationships, and it rules money and finances. It's in a positive aspect to the planet Uranus. This happens really, really late at night, almost midnight on Wednesday, actually. And so depending on where you are in the world, you'll have to adjust for the Eastern time zone of where I live with that happening. But Venus and Uranus, you could expect something unexpected to happen with money and finances, a surprise reward, a surprise bonus. This can be something surprising happening with relationships as well. There can be more of a sense of independence that some people may want within relationship, especially the women. I feel like women are going to become much more independent and freedom-oriented, but because it's a positive aspect, I feel like this can be good energies, good surprises. So you might hear from somebody from your past, or you might get a gift or a surprise from somebody that you're newly in a relationship with, or again, even in a relationship that you have been in. Now, when we go into Wednesday the 23rd, we actually have the fall equinox. The sun is moving into the sign of Libra. So this is the beginning of reaping the rewards, reaping the blessings from the seeds that we've sown earlier in the year. And that goes right along with last week's Saturn moving into Sagittarius. Sagittarius is that energy about blessings and optimism and looking at the glass half full, and hopefully Saturn is going to bring the manifestation of those energies. And now with the sun moving also into the sign of Libra, which again heralds in that autumn equinox or fall equinox for where we are here in the United States, this is going to be really a time to, again, bring forward and reap those blessings. Now on Thursday, Mercury, planet of communication and ideas and our thought processes and belief systems, which again newly went retrograde last week, is now in a challenging aspect to Pluto, planet of power and big changes. I feel like there might be some power and control issues within communications with other people, within our own thought processes, to where we're trying to empower ourselves fully, or be released from disempowering thoughts that we might be holding on to. Also on Thursday, the planet Mars, which is about action and physical energy and forward movement, is moving out of the sign of Leo and into the sign of Virgo. Now this transition you're really going to feel, because Leo was a fire sign and about shining our light and being creative. Now Virgo is an earth sign, and it's practical and it's grounded and it's down to earth, and it's about paying attention to the details and taking the small steps needed to move forward on our path. And that's exactly what we're going to feel and see with this shift of Mars moving into Virgo on the 24th, is again paying attention to the small steps that we need to take to get to our end goal or end result that we're looking for, that we want to manifest or bring into creation in our lives. Then we're getting towards the weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, huge energies, because on Friday the 25th, Pluto, the planet of transformation, death and rebirth, regeneration, transmutation, is going to direct motion. Now, it's not just on this day that you're going to feel this. This has been something that we've been feeling as Pluto's been slowing down and stationing for a really long time, because Pluto is a very slow-moving planet. So we've been feeling this the whole month of September. Again, bringing up power and control issues, empowerment issues, big transformational changes on the planet with humanity and within our own lives. But on this day, especially as it's shifting to go direct, you're going to have an influx and a heightening and an intensity to all of these things that Pluto represents. And on the same day, Mars, which again newly went into Virgo Thursday, is in a challenging aspect to Saturn, which last week newly went into Sagittarius. Now, just for a moment, we may feel like we're being held back or restricted in some ways from moving forward, because again, Mars being our forward-moving energy, and Saturn as a planet of limitations and restrictions, and it also rules third-dimensional time. And so putting those together, that Mars square Saturn on Friday, right after Pluto, or on the same day that Pluto moves to direct motion, is going to bring this temporary feeling of what now, or wanting to move forward, or feeling like they can't, or being cautious about moving forward. Again, paying attention to the details before moving forward. So there might be just a little temporary pause in action before we fully kind of jump into that next step. As we move to Saturday, Sunday, really on Sunday is when the full moon lunar eclipse happens at 4 degrees of Aries. This is called the harvest moon. Again, we have that theme of the harvest. The autumn equinox or fall equinox, which happened on Wednesday. Now we have the harvest moon on Sunday, the 27th. Now, full moons are about endings, the end of a cycle, releasing and letting go things. But this full moon happens in the sign of Aries, which is the first sign of the zodiac, a sign of new beginnings, new directions, initiating something different. And the fact that it's a lunar eclipse, remember we had the solar eclipse on the 12th, 13th, now we have the lunar eclipse. This is intensifying the energies of this lunation. And so we're going to have endings and new beginnings all wrapped up into one, as we get ready to kind of move forward in potentially a new direction, on a new beginning to our path. So again, this is winding up almost the whole month of September here. We have just a few more days after this that has been full of this redirecting kind of energy, and again, this death and rebirth energy to really assist us in the next step, whatever that next step might be, which might be huge change, unexpected change, moving in career, moving where you live, changes in relationships. There's huge things that can be happening here. And just because all of these intense energies happen in the month here of September doesn't mean that October is going to be a peaceful month necessarily, because, and I'll explain this as I do the October monthly video, so be sure to kind of tune into that as well. But just as we have, say, a tsunami, when a tsunami hits the land, as the tsunami is getting larger and larger and larger, that energy is increasing, like all of these energies of the month of September. But then as it crashes on the shore, and whatever changes, redirections, death and rebirth energies have been imposed by that tsunami, it's the aftermath where a lot of the cleanup has to be done. It's the aftermath where a lot of changes in consciousness have to be done. And so as we move into October here very soon, we're still going to have a lot to deal with, a lot of changing energies and changes of our consciousness as individuals and as a humanity to look forward to. So I'll save a little bit more of that explanation as we look at the monthly video for October, and I may actually even do another soul reflections video as well. So now let's go ahead and pull our cards to see what the message is for this week. And again, we got the Angel Tarot deck here by Doreen Virtue. Just taking a couple of deep breaths, and I ask that you do this with me. Time and space doesn't exist, so your focus of intentions and your focus of balanced energies actually helps this reading. And we're going to call in the angels and archangels and ascended masters and ask them for whatever messages, wisdom, and knowledge we need for this week, the 21st through the 27th of September. And I'm going to pull that card, the last card as well. And we're going to put those aside. And let's take a look at the first card here. Okay, the first card is the Seven of Water. A complex decision, the need to do research, stop procrastinating, okay? This is about emotions and feelings. And the Seven of Water, you see that there's a bunch of chalices here. Some of the chalices have bright, different colored lights above it. Some are more faded. Some are off in the background. This is often about emotional feelings and energy where we feel confused, where there's a lot of different choices that can be made, but we're emotionally confused as to which decision is the right decision. Because again, our emotions are at play here. Could be our emotions about our career, emotions about our relationships, emotions about our financial status, our family. And whenever we have things that we're emotionally connected to, it makes it more difficult and challenging to feel like we're making the appropriate decisions or decide which direction is the appropriate direction to take. And that's kind of the beginning of this week's energy. And with all of the things happening in this month of September, I'm not surprised that we see this. Because of all the changes and redirections and surprising energies that kind of come up, it's going to put us in a state of being emotionally a little bit confused as to what might be right, or what's right and what's wrong, or what's real or what's not real. Oftentimes, and I feel like this has been sort of the case for this whole year, to where things just aren't making any sense. And that can bring emotional confusion as well. But let's take a look at the second card to get more information about what that card might mean. Okay, Major Arcana number 20. I was really thinking that we probably would see at least one Major Arcana card because it's such a powerful week. And this is Major Arcana 20, which is called Renewal. And the traditional tarot, it's called the Judgment card. This is with Archangel Jeremiah. And it says, review and evaluate. A favorable assessment of the facts. Take time to move, it's time to move in a new direction. And that's exactly what I was just talking about earlier. It's time to move in a new direction. There's endings and new beginnings. This being the Judgment card, this is like a karmic rebalancing of energies depending on the seeds that you've sown in the past, depending on where your mindset is. If you've kept your mindset and your belief systems in a positive place, you're going to be manifesting things of a much more positive nature. Now, it's not too late to change your mindset and your belief system, so don't judge yourself, this being the Judgment card, don't judge yourself for where you're at and things that you've gone through and where your mind and your emotions might be right now. There's time every single moment of every single day to change your mindset, your thoughts, your belief systems, to change the way you communicate with yourself and with other people. This is just saying that it is time, again, as it says, to review and evaluate the past circumstances and situations in your life. Review and evaluate this whole past year and some of the changes that you've made or some of the changes that you feel may still need to be made. Look at things logically. There's a lot of Virgo energy that has been going on and is going on. Again, Mars is just moving newly into Virgo this week. So this is a time to evaluate logically as much as possible what the facts are. But remember too, is that this year, and because last week Jupiter opposed Neptune, there's some other energies astrologically that are just saying sometimes you just have to have faith and trust, that sometimes things don't always make logical sense. So having that faith and trust that karmically things are going to be balanced and you're going to be able to move in the right direction. Now this shows a family of people here, a man, a woman, a child, standing in front of the sea or an ocean, waters, and an angel out here in the background holding up a light or a scepter of light. And so knowing that you're being divinely guided, this is like a beacon, like a lighthouse. This angel with the scepter of light is like a beacon or lighthouse guiding your way, getting ready to help you to cross the water, walk across the water, again, which takes trust and faith because we normally logically think that we can't walk across water. But in fact, that angel and your angels and guides, universe, is going to assist you with making miracles happen. And one of those miracles, again, is having that trust and faith that anything, everything that you desire and dream of can become your reality. So let go of judgments, let go of fears, and let's all move forward into a new energy. Let's look at the last card here from the Angel Tarot deck anyway. This is the Nine of Fire. And it says, don't give up. Protect that which you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. So again, these heightened energies might throw you off your balance. Starting out with the Seven of Water with all that confusion, emotions and feelings going on. And here we have the Nine of Fire saying, don't give up. Don't give in to the emotions. Don't give in to any negative feelings or negative thinking. And it's also talking about whatever seeds you've planted so far, whatever changes you've made in your life so far, honor that, protect that, feel good about that. Have confidence in yourself and have the courage to move forward on the next step, whatever that next step may be. Maybe you know what the next step is, and you really do need that confidence, and you need that help and assistance from your angels and guides because it might be scary or unknown territory to you. Maybe you don't know what the next step is, and you have to have that faith and trust and just continue to take small actions and move forward, not really knowing where exactly you're going to end up, but knowing that you need to move, knowing that you need to continue your movement, your journey forward to get towards whatever it is that you're working towards your dreams, towards your ambitions, towards abundance and prosperity in your life. So stand strong, have courage, have faith, and this is getting near the end of a cycle here with the number 9, and this is spiritual energy with fire. So you have the spiritual energy. You're getting towards the end of a spiritual cycle here, and no wonder with the full moon lunar eclipse winding up this week for us and almost winding up the month of September. Let's look at the special message card from the Syrian Starseed Tarot that fell out of the deck when I was shuffling before starting the video. Okay, this is the Adept of Flames. Now in the traditional tarot deck, this is considered the Knight of Wands. The flames are wands and the Adept is the Knight. So the Knight of Wands energy, always about quick and fast movement forward, but also the Knight or the Adept here, still sometimes this energy is not fully mature yet. So there's all this spiritual energy going on, but it's not come to its maturity stage yet. So it's still kind of a crazy, young, immature sort of energy, although very adventurous and very energetic and vivacious. So, this person, the Knight of Flames, really wants to push forward, move fast, make it happen. And I'm not saying to slow down, but sometimes you still need to think things through, or you still might need to take a little bit of time. I want to say have a little bit of patience, but it's not have patience to the point of stopping your movement. It's just thinking things through thoroughly before making that movement. But you're definitely ready to make the jump. You're definitely ready to make that movement. Oftentimes, the Knight of Wands is pictured as a knight on a horse, and he's galloping forward. So again, there's that fast, steady, energetic movement. I'm really drawn to the fact that this picture has a pendant. He's got some sort of a pendant symbol at his heart chakra. I'm not sure what the symbol is, but it's a golden kind of symbolism here at the heart chakra. So this is really saying to, again, shine your light, shine your divinity, shine from your unconditional love. As long as you shine the truth of who you really are, then your movement forward is going to be positive movement, and you're going to be definitely, I feel like the angels are riding with you on this journey. Your path is lit. There's a candle here in the background. So your path and your movement forward is definitely lit, so to speak, by God source energies, universal energies. It's kind of lighting the path and lighting the way as you move forward and shine your own light from your internal heart chakra. All right, let's take a look at your special message card depending on your stone of choice. So these cards, again, this is the very, very first time I've used this deck. I have not even used this deck in a personal reading yet. And I just blessed these cards and energized these cards earlier today. And I shuffled them very thoroughly. So we're going to call in the angels and archangels, the ascended masters, those of the highest vibration of light. And the first message here is going to be for those that chose the amethyst point. And we ask to be shown the card. I'm just looking for a card that stands out, and this one here is the card that stands out for the amethyst people. This is Major Arcana number 18, Luna. This is actually the moon card in the traditional tarot deck. Now, this is about our emotions and feelings as well. This shows it does show a huge wave starting to form, a huge wave of water here starting to form at nighttime with the moon clearly shining down upon it. To me, water again symbolizes the feelings and the emotions. They're starting to well up. They're starting to rise within. This is about subconscious fears and anxieties that oftentimes we hold within our psyche and within our subconscious. Now remember, the subconscious, the fears and anxieties within the subconscious, they're not real. You know, we have to pay attention to them and we have to honor them. Don't get frustrated or angry with them. We must honor the emotions and the feelings, even if they're negative. But this is about fears that really it's time to let go of. It's time to release those fears. And remember, Luna, or the moon here, is shining light down upon you. So this moon is reflecting the sun's light and helping to kind of bring light into the darkness or into the shadow side. This is really about in a way, about some of the shadow unconscious thought and feeling emotional energies that we have within. And this is really saying that it's time to shine the light into the subconscious, bring those anxieties and fears and doubts up to the surface so that they can be let go and released. I feel like calling upon Archangel Michael and the healers of the highest vibration of light is going to help you this week to release these feelings and emotions. And this can help to kind of iron out and let go of the confusing emotional energies that are experienced this week as well. Okay, let's look at the special message for those that chose the selenite heart. Okay, the selenite heart, people. This one is actually drawing my attention. Selenite heart, the 7 of crystals. Now, the crystals is the earth element, okay? So this is really the 7 of earth in the traditional tarot. And again, that 7, we started out in general with the 7 of water for the weekly reading, and now we have another 7 here, which is a special message for the selenite people. The 7s are always about going within, kind of seeking the wisdom and the spiritual energy, the spiritual connection within yourself. So I want to say there's something that you need to kind of go within yourself to find, I want to say, the treasure. They gave me the word treasure. The crystals here, which is the earth again. Crystals come from the earth, but to me crystals are like treasures. And they're saying you have to go within yourself. Find the connection to your own divine God source energies within yourself to find the treasure within. Again, not allowing any of the doubts or fears, because again, often the set number 7 deals with the negative ego mind in some ways. So don't allow any fears or anxieties to get in the way with finding those treasures within. When you find the treasures within yourself, your gifts, your talents, your abilities, your love, your light, then you can bring that out into the open and make manifest the treasures in your environment. You know, you can, if you want gifts and blessings to come to you, find the gifts and blessings within yourself, because as you recognize the gifts and blessings within yourself, that is then going to reflect out in your external reality. Let me take another look here at this and see if there's anything else that they're showing me. There's the tall building here, obviously, in the background, and there's people walking towards that structure or that building. And so I feel like these people are maybe looking for some sort of shelter. And again, you might be looking for some sort of grounded, practical shelter. Again, look for that within yourself. Find the security within yourself that is going to lead you to these many treasures and blessings that eventually are going to manifest on the outside. Okay, let's take a look at special message card for the people that chose the Celestite cluster. So shuffling this again, and this one's sticking out to me. So the Celestite cluster people. Wow, the Four of Flames, which is the Four of Fire in the traditional tarot. Now, the number 4 is about, again, security, stability, and we have a very beautiful castle here in the background, a very secure, solid castle, very uniform in its design. And we have 4 wands here, very equally placed, very balanced in its placement. So this is about a spiritual foundation. You are creating a spiritual foundation in your soul's essence that is going to help you to move forth. And they're leading me to look at this road here that actually leads to the castle. So in the spiritual foundation that you find within yourself, the light that you're finding, that security of the light within yourself, this will help to lead you down the road. Very forward, smooth, step-by-step progress and movement towards the structures of your dreams, towards manifesting your dreams. The number 4 is about manifestation. So first you're manifesting your dreams in the spiritual plane of reality through visualization, and then as you walk down this road, taking the steps, step by step, paying attention to the details of what you really need to do to get to this place of security, then you actually make it to the manifestation of this castle, the manifestation of your goals and dreams. So I hope you've liked this new deck, and I hope you like this weekly reading. Please be on the lookout for the October monthly reading. And again, thank you to all of you for all of your support, your kindness, your wonderful words. I love all of you. I'm grateful and thankful that you're all in my life, and I feel very, very blessed. And I hope that you look for the blessings in your life as well. So much love and light to all of you, and many, many angel blessings.